Hey everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today I'm bringing you a overview of some terrain, some custom terrain for Kingdom Death Monster from Solid Stone Gaming. Now you can find a link to Solid Stone Gaming in the description below. Also, there is a promo code right there with that link that you can use to get a little bit off of your order if you decide to order something from this guy. So let's take a look. Now this is all terrain for the base game, and please don't judge the terrain based off of the paint jobs you're going to see. That's all me. The paint jobs are me. So I've got some unpainted and some painted. That way you can kind of see maybe what's possible with the paint, but again, I am far from even adequate with a paintbrush. So let's take a look, and yeah, here it is, all the terrain for Kingdom Death Monster base set. All right, so first off, let's start with these columns here. You can see they come in kind of two different sizes, and like I said, please do not judge these by my pretty awful paint jobs. I'll be showing you some screenshots from his website on Etsy where for certain orders he will hand paint them still. I believe the page says that he won't for full orders of like the entire set, but if you do individual sets, then he still will hand paint them. So anyway, but you see you have the columns here, you've got the full length here, and you've got the smaller one here, and enough come with the set so that you would have enough for however many you'd be putting out in the game. And you can see the detail on here is pretty good. I really like that a lot. Let me show you on here. You can see how there's plenty of, where you could really make this look fantastic if you know what you're doing, or just splash a load of paint on there if you don't know what you're doing like I did, or don't do anything at all and they still look pretty cool. And then these are the kind of the half columns, so they lie flat, don't roll around. See how that works? All right, so here we've got the Survivor Corpse and the Beast Corpse, and I haven't painted the Survivor Corpse. I actually have two of these. Only had one Beast Corpse. I've done the Beast Corpse already, and you can see there is, we can get the camera to focus, a lot of detail down in there. You've got, looks like intestines and some bones and just all kinds of stuff in there. It looks like maybe there's some ribs or something. That looks like a stomach. Just all kinds of nastiness down in there. And the Survivor Corpse is very similar in detail. Let's see, you can see, it's hard to see obviously because I haven't painted it, but you can see you got the head there. Looks like another skull and some ribs. And some bones in there. Just a lot of detail for you to go out. There's a hand for you to go after if you want to. A whole other torso there with your painting. Or again, just kind of do what I did and just kind of cover it with one solid color and then shade it with a wash. And here, of course, we've got everybody's favorite tall grass. So it comes like this, and you can see there's some, looks like there's even a stone face kind of protruding out of this one, and some different stuff on there that you can kind of do with as you like. And you have this ball of hay-like material for you to create the grass effect. You can see I kind of put a little bit of some sort of nasty pool in there and made this kind of mud-like patch of grass here. And, it looks like we've got some bones of some sort of monster sticking up right here. So pretty neat how that works. I want to be careful. This one's still drying, the glue that I'm using to keep the grass on there. I don't want to mess it up too much, but show you how that works. I might even throw some more grass on here just to add a little bit extra, but pretty good how that's turned out. All right, so first off, please ignore the bubbling super glue that's coming, Gorilla Glue that's coming out of there. I thought I'd be smart and use Gorilla Glue instead of just regular, Elmer's all-purpose glue or, clear Elmer's glue or something like that. And I forgot that the Gorilla Glue does that little bubbling action whenever it hardens, so that's why you've got that kind of coming out. I'll be sure whenever I go with my because there's a whole bunch of these faces that come with the game, or that come with the set, that I'll use something that doesn't do that. But anyway, you can see you've got the crystals and then the one with the plant here, and get a little bag of these crystals that I'd be careful if you get pulled over, if those are in plain view in your car, because they might look like something a little bit different. And then you get a couple of stalks of this grass that are about that long. You know, I cut it down to get to that. You cut that into a bunch of different pieces to get however many of these you want. And obviously it comes like this. All right, and again, the faces were the easiest for me to do as far as painting goes. This was just I primed them black, and then, you know, dry brushed them a few times with lighter and lighter grays. And I feel like the faces really turned out really well. When I get to the giant stone face here in a second, I'm really happy with how that one turned out. And then we've got the bug patch, which I only got one of these, and it is painted already. But you can see that really looks like a very realistic looking, you know, mound that you'd find some sort of insect crawling out of, and definitely wouldn't want to stick my arm down in there to try to find something. And here we've got this this pile of stuff here, again, that, you know, could be represented by this, which you can see here I've got painted, and this does have a lantern down on it. And oh, and by the way, the tall grass, several of those have lanterns on them as well sometimes. I am not anywhere close to being able to adequately paint lanterns with that kind of, you know, light effect that you see people do so well on Board Game Geek with their Kingdom Death lantern stuff. So I haven't even tried. But this also, of course, could be used to represent this as well. So I just thought I'd point out that this could be, you know, the dead survivor, but also this kind of pile of just all kinds of nastiness as well. And finally, we've got the giant stone face. Look, I mean, obviously it comes like this, nice heavy piece here. This is what I was able to get it to with that same technique that I use on the other faces. And I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. I think it looks really, really cool. And I think really kind of fits in with the Kingdom Death vibe. And obviously that's the giant stone face from the game. And by the way, you can see the way I plan on using these is I will have them out. I'll put them out like that on top of the terrain piece itself for most of the game. But if it comes to a point where the monster or survivor would cross over the terrain in question, I would just remove that temporarily, still having this on the board, so then they can move around it. And whenever they get off of it again, if it's still, you know, if it's still there, if it hasn't been archived, then I just put that back out there just like that, and have the 3D terrain effect out there. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope this might be something you're interested in. If you are, please go over, check out Solid Stone Gaming over on Etsy. Again, the link is in the description below, along with a promo code so you can save a little bit off your order. And yeah, until next time, if you're bored online, board offline.